Poop Finder. In a strange corner of the internet exists a service called Poop Sender. As its name suggests, it lets you anonymously send poop to anyone, provided you have their address and are willing to pay. Despite its oddity, Poop Sender has been around since 2007, suggesting a surprising demand for such a service. While it might seem bizarre, Poop Sender operates within the bounds of the law, as long as it's not used for malicious purposes. Its appeal lies in the anonymity it offers, allowing people to pull off pranks or settle scores without fear of repercussion. The menu at Poop Senders is verified, offering everything from ordinary cow and goat poop to more exotic options like elephant or gorilla dung. For those feeling particularly adventurous, there is even the option to create a custom blend. In a world where the unexpected is commonplace, perhaps the arrival of a poop-filled package in the mail isn't as shocking as it seems. Death Clock, playing with digital destiny. Alright, let's talk about Death Clock. It is a tad on the morbid side. You punch in a few details and boom! It claims to predict when you will shuffle off this mortal coil. Pretty eerie, huh? But beyond the macabre prediction, it serves as this digital mirror reflecting our collective fascination with the great unknown, death. Users often find themselves getting introspective, pondering their own morality. It is like a tool from some serious existential reflection. Sure, many folks might question its accuracy, but there is something strangely compelling about staring at your screen, contemplating the mysteries of life and death. It is one of those websites that you stumble upon and cannot help but feel a mix of fascination and unease. But hey, that's the internet for you, always ready to serve up a dose of the strange and unexpected. OMFG Dogs, the endless canine loop. Alright, let me tell you about OMFG Dogs. It is this website that is as simple as it gets. Just dogs running endlessly across your screen, accompanied by a catchy tune. Sounds pretty basic, right? But there's a whole vibe to it. Think of it like a digital chill pill. The repetitive animation isn't mindless. It is about finding a moment of zen in the chaos of the digital world. Users find themselves drawn into this hypnotic loop, taking a much-needed break from the constant bombardment of information. Critics might brush it off as repetitive, but for users, it is all about embracing the simplicity and soaking in the calming vibes. OMFG Dogs is one of those quirky corners of the internet that reminds us that sometimes less is more. It is a place where you can kick back, watch some pups dash across your screen, and momentarily escape the craziness of the online world. And hey, who doesn't love a good dose of adorable dogs and catchy tunes to brighten up their day? It's weird, it's wonderful, and it's exactly what you need when you are craving a digital breather. Sandquilled, unraveling digital puzzles. Ever stumbled upon Sandquilled? It is a website that throws you headfirst into a world of mysterious puzzles. Imagine yourself as a digital detective, navigating through cryptic challenges and encryptic messages. Sandquilled is like a digital treasure hunt, where the thrill comes from deciphering the unsolved. Why the allure? Well, it is not just about solving puzzles, it is about the joy of uncovering hidden knowledge. Users embark on a quest, piecing together clues and decoding cryptic messages. Sandquilled isn't just a website with puzzles, it is a symbol of the unsolved mysteries that draw us in, a testament to the excitement of discovery in the digital age. Critics argue that beyond being a digital game, Sandquilled promotes critical thinking and problem-solving skills. It reflects a world where the quest for knowledge continues to drive human curiosity. In essence, Sandquilled, decrypting the digital enigma, invites you to relish the thrill of deciphering codes and discovering the unknown. Whether you see it as a digital puzzle or a journey into internet mysteries, it is a reminder that the digital realm sparks intellectual exploration and camaraderie. CONLL17_skipgram_terms, decoding language in the digital realm. This dataset isn't your run-of-the-mill collection of words. It is a virtual treasure trove teeming with linguistic mysteries and hidden secrets waiting to be unearthed. Picture it as stepping into a digital labyrinth where every term holds the potential to unlock a world of discovery. At first glance, CONLL17_skipgram_terms may seem like just another dataset floating in the vast expanse of the internet. But don't let its unassuming appearance fool you. Beneath the surface lies a wealth of untapped knowledge and intrigue. So, if you are ready to embark on a thrilling expedition into the unknown, buckle up and prepare to delve deep into the enigmatic depths of CONLL17_skipgram_terms. It is a journey into the strange and captivating world of language in the digital age, where every term has the power to reveal something extraordinary. Who knows what secrets await as you navigate through this digital maze? 4chan, the dark side of anonymity, unraveling chaos. Okay, let's talk about 4chan. It's this place on the internet where people can post anything anonymously. Sounds cool, right? But here's the catch. It's like a digital Wild West, no rules. Users throw whatever they want into the mix, and sometimes it gets pretty disturbing. Anonymity becomes this powerful cloak, and things can spiral into chaos. It is a digital abyss where extreme stuff and unsettling ideas can thrive. So, yeah, it's a bit like a chaotic corner of the internet, with anonymity opening doors to both creativity and, well, some not so nice things. DALL-E, the artistic adventures with the AI alchemist. DALL-E is the artistic alchemist of AI. It is this mind-blowing model that turns words into visual poetry. Users harness DALL-E's power to bring their craziest dreams and bizarre visions to life. It is not just about AI, it is about redefining how we perceive and create art in the digital age. It's like having an artistic sidekick that turns your wildest ideas into mind-bending visual masterpieces. But, and this is where the art world gets a little spicy, I think a powerful tool like this can blur the lines that define authorship and originality. DALL-E generated art might be stunning, but it sparks discussions about the role of the artist and the nature of creativity. There are a lot of artists who do not consider AI artists as true craftsmen. Others are just fine with it and exploit the tool to enhance their art. It is like the art world having a debate about tradition versus innovation. No.com, the abyss of desperation. No.com. It's not your typical website, that's for sure. This digital rabbit hole might sound like something straight out of the Twilight Zone, but it is actually a digital sanctuary where folks pour out their hearts and souls, sharing their deepest struggles and cries for help. But here's where it gets really strange. Imagine scrolling through a website filled with nothing but raw, unfiltered expressions of despair and desperation. It is like stumbling upon a digital confessional booth where people lay bare their innermost thoughts and emotions for all to see. Yet, amidst the chaos and darkness, there is a glimmer of hope. No.com serves as a lifeline for those grappling with mental health challenges, offering a virtual support group where individuals find solace in connecting with others who truly understand their pain. Sure, it might seem bizarre, downright surreal even, but this website shines a spotlight on the often overlooked struggles people face in the digital age. It is a stark reminder of the harsh realities of isolation and the vital importance of mental health support in our increasingly interconnected world. So, if you're feeling brave enough to venture into the abyss of human emotion, No.com awaits. Just be prepared for a journey that is equal parts strange, unsettling, and strangely enlightening. Divine Intervention, the online cult of belief. Divine Intervention is an enigmatic online community that claims to possess supernatural powers and the ability to influence the course of events in the real world. It is a place where individuals congregate to seek divine guidance and intervention in their lives. However, beneath the surface of this community lies a world of blind faith, manipulation, and the unsettling consequences of unwavering belief. Beyond its claims of divine power, Divine Intervention becomes a digital abyss of blind faith and manipulation. It is not just a community, it is a realm where users surrender their critical thinking to embrace a higher power. In this narrative, the community transforms into a portal where individuals put their trust in unrefined claims, seeking divine guidance while potentially being led down a perilous path. Users of Divine Intervention find themselves entangled in a web of belief and devotion, consequently surrendering rationality to unseen forces. Divine Intervention is a symbol of the consequences of blind faith and manipulation. It represents a space where individuals, vulnerable and searching for meaning, are drawn into a world where their belief can be exploited. It becomes a testament to the dangers of surrendering critical thinking and personal agency to charismatic leaders. I guess divine intervention may offer solace and hope. They also pose a significant risk of manipulation and exploitation. They are a reflection of a world where the consequences of blind faith can lead individuals down dark and uncertain paths. There have been times where individuals have been financially and emotionally devastated by their involvement in online cults. They argue that while the promise of divine intervention may be alluring, the reality can be far from sinister. I look like Barack Obama, the identity shapeshifters. I Look Like Barack Obama is an obscure online platform where individuals engage in identity shifting and impersonation. It is a place where anyone can become someone else, blurring the lines between reality and fiction. Beyond its quirky name, I Look Like Barack Obama is a realm where users can shed their own identities and adopt new personas with ease. In this narrative, the platform transforms into a portal where individuals explore the boundaries of identity, testing the limits of truth and fiction while potentially falling into the traps of deception. Users of I Look Like Barack Obama find themselves in a world where identity is malleable and truth is elusive. It is not just about playful impersonation, it is about the consequences of losing one's self of worth. In this version of the story, I Look Like Barack Obama is not just an eccentric platform, it is a symbol of the consequences of blurring the lines between reality and fiction. It represents a space where individuals experiment with identity, potentially causing confusion, deception, and harm to themselves and others. It becomes a testament to the dangers of playing with the very essence of who we are. It is not uncommon for individuals to become entangled in webs of deception and have struggled to distinguish reality from fiction. They argue that while the allure of identity play may be intriguing, the consequences can be profound and unsettling. Whether one views such platforms as harmless or as portals to identify crisis, they serve as a stark reminder that the digital realm can be a place where the boundaries of identity can blur with unsettling results. Alright, get ready to step into the Twilight Zone with creepypasta.com. It is not your grandma's bedtime stories, that's for sure. This website is like a digital portal to the darkest corners of the human imagination, where spooky tales lurk in the shadows, waiting to send shivers down your spine. So, what's the deal with creepypasta.com? Well, picture this. You're surfing the web late at night, and you stumble upon a collection of short stories that make your skin crawl. These aren't your average ghost stories. They are creepypastas. Tales so unsettling, they'll make you question reality itself. So, what's the deal with creepypasta.com? Well, picture this. You're surfing the web late at night, and you stumble upon a collection of short stories that make your skin crawl. These aren't your average ghost stories. They are creepypastas. Tales so unsettling, they'll make you question reality itself. But why the Scoopy vibe, you ask? It's all about creating that sense of digital horror. These stories are designed to mess with your mind, to make you jump at shadows and double-check your locks before bed. It's like stumbling upon a virtual haunted house, where every click leads you deeper into the realm of nightmares. Sure, it might seem bizarre, downright surreal even, but that's the beauty of creepypasta.com. It is a digital graveyard where modern myths and chilling legends come to life, blurring the line between fiction and reality in the most spine-tingling way possible. So, if you are feeling brave enough to peek behind the curtain of the unknown, creepypasta.com is waiting. Just be warned, once you enter, there's no turning back. House Crep, the haunting enigma. House Crep is a perplexing website that immerses visitors in a surreal and nightmarish world. It defines conventional web design, offering a disoriented and disturbing experience. The site is a maze of eerie visuals, unsettling sounds, and cryptic messages, leaving visitors questioning their own sanity. House Crep is a digital descent into madness, a place where the boundaries of reality and nightmare blur, and only the bravest or most curious dare to explore. Upon entering House Crep, you are immediately greeted by a cacophony of unsettling sounds. The distorted whispers, eerie laughter, and dissonant music create an atmosphere of dread. The website's layout is intentionally chaotic, with images that seem to warp and shift as you navigate through its dark corridors. There is no clear navigation, and each click takes you deeper into the abyss. Images on House Crep are a grotesque collage of surreal and disturbing visuals. Twisted figures, contorted faces, and nightmarish landscapes assault your senses. It is a digital haunted house where the walls bleed and the floors pulse with an otherworldly energy. The longer you stay, the more disoriented you become, as if the very fabric of reality is unraveling. Cryptic messages and fragmented texts appear sporadically on the site. They offer no clear narrative, but hint at a larger, enigmatic story. Phrases like, "Beyond the veil" and "Embrace the madness" further plunge you into the depths of uncertainty. It is as if House Crep is a portal to a realm where logic and reason no longer apply. One of the most unsettling aspects of House Crep is its ability to evoke a sense of existential dread. As you navigate its surreal landscapes, you cannot help but feel like an intruder in a realm where you do not belong. It is a place that challenges your perception of reality, making you question whether you have entered a nightmare or stumbled upon a hidden dimension. The site's creator remains anonymous, adding to the mystery surrounding House Crep. There are no explanations, no guides, just an overwhelming sense of chaotic madness that ensnares anyone who dares to enter. Some speculate that the site is a form of digital art, while others believe it holds hidden secrets waiting to be unraveled. In conclusion, House Crep is a digital enigma that defies explanation. It is a descent into madness, a surreal nightmare that challenges your perception of reality. It is a place where the boundaries between the real and the surreal blur, leaving visitors in a state of bewildered fascination. Nightmare Machine, where dreams turn to horror. The Nightmare Machine is an experiment in artificial intelligence that takes innocent images and transforms them into macabre and nightmarish versions. It is a digital nightmare generator that taps into our primal fears and transforms the familiar into something unsettling and grotesque. This transformation of reality into horror challenges our perception of the world and leaves us questioning the boundaries between the real and the surreal. When you first encounter the Nightmare Machine, you are presented with a deceptively simple premise: innocent images transformed into nightmares. You are encouraged to upload your own photos or select from a library of images to witness the transformation. What begins as an innocuous exercise in digital manipulation quickly descends into a realm of the grotesque and unsettling. The AI algorithms employed by the Nightmare Machine are designed to identify the most eerie and disturbing elements within an image and amplify them. Innocent faces become contorted and sinister. Serene landscapes are warped into nightmarish realms, and everyday objects take on a malevolent presence. The transformations are not merely cosmetic, they evoke a terrifying sense of dread. One of the most chilling aspects of the Nightmare Machine is its ability to tap into our primal fears. It doesn't rely on traditional horror tropes like monsters or jump scares, but instead distorts the familiar. It preys on our fear of the uncanny, the feeling that something is not quite right. It's as if the AI understands our deepest anxieties and manifests them in pixelated nightmares. The site also offers a gallery of transformed images, showcasing the extent of its creative and unsettling capabilities. Visitors can explore these nightmarish creations, each one a testament to the AI's ability to twist reality into something that feels disturbingly real. It is a reminder that the line between the real and the surreal is thinner than we might think. Perhaps the most disturbing thing about the Nightmare Machine is its reflection of our own capacity for darkness. The AI doesn't create these nightmares from scratch. It distorts the images we provide, highlighting the latent potential for horror within our own visual landscapes. It is a mirror held up to our collective subconscious, revealing the unsettling truths that lurk beneath the surface. Shock Till You Drop, the horror fan's paradise. Shock Till You Drop is a website dedicated to all things horror, a digital haven for fans of the macabre and the terrifying. It offers a relentless onslaught of horror movie news, reviews, and chilling features that cater to the darkest desires of horror enthusiasts. The site immerses visitors in a world of blood, gore, and jump scares, celebrating the visceral thrill of fear and the adrenaline rush of the unknown. When you first visit Shock Till You Drop, you are immediately greeted by a gruesome gallery of horror movie posters, each one promising a descent into terror. The site's layout is designed to evoke the atmosphere of a haunted mansion, with dark corridors leading to various sections dedicated to horror cinema. It is a digital realm where the boundaries between reality and fiction blur, and the macabre reigns supreme. One of the standout features of Shock Till You Drop is its dedication to providing the latest and most comprehensive horror movie news. From upcoming releases to behind-the-scenes insights, the site leaves no tombstone unturned. Horror enthusiasts can immerse themselves in a constant stream of updates, ensuring they stay on the bleeding edge of the genre. The site's reviews delve into the darkest corners of horror cinema, offering in-depth analysis of films that push the boundaries of fear. It doesn't shy away from gore or controversial themes, but instead embraces the visceral thrill of horror. The reviews are not merely critical assessments, but passionate celebrations of the genre's ability to provoke fear and fascination. Shock Till You Drop also offers a treasure trove of features and interviews with horror industry insiders. From legendary directors to up-and-coming talents, the site provides an intimate look into the minds behind the scares. It is a place where horror aficionados can gain insight into the creative process of crafting nightmares. But what sets Shock Till You Drop apart is its unapologetic embrace of the grotesque and the taboo. The site doesn't shy away from exploring the darkest and most controversial aspects of horror. It delves into subgenres like extreme horror, exploring films that push the boundaries of gore and shock. It is a reminder that horror is not for the faint of heart, and Shock Till You Drop revels in pushing those boundaries. Is it a game? The web's cryptic enigma. Is It a Game? Is a cryptic and weird website that blurs the lines between reality and fiction. Visitors to this digital labyrinth are immediately drawn into a surreal world of puzzles, codes, and mysteries. It is a place where the boundaries of what is real and what is imagined become hopelessly entangled, and those who dare to venture it must be prepared to question everything. If you visit the Is It a Game platform, you are greeted by a cryptic welcome message. Welcome to the Enigma. Solve it if you can. The site's design is deliberately disorienting, with shifting backgrounds and hidden buttons that lead to different sections of the puzzle. It is a virtual maze where every click takes you deeper into the mystery. The heart of Is It a Game lies in its complex and challenging puzzles. These puzzles come in various forms, from riddles and ciphers to cryptic images that hide secrets. Each puzzle serves as a gateway to the next, and solving one leads to another layer of enigma. It is a never-ending journey into the unknown. One of the most unsettling aspects of Is It a Game is the sense of surveillance and paranoia it evokes. The site often incorporates elements that make visitors feel like they are being watched or monitored. Cryptic messages suggest that every move is being observed, adding to the feeling that you are entangled in a web of intrigue. The community that has formed around Is It a Game adds another layer of mystery. Enthusiasts and codebreakers collaborate on forums to decipher the puzzles, sharing theories and clues. Yet, the true purpose of the website remains elusive, and some speculate that it may be a recruitment tool for secret societies or an elaborate experiment in psychological manipulation. What sets Is It a Game apart from other puzzle websites is its ability to blur the boundaries between fiction and reality. It often incorporates real-world elements and historical references into its puzzles, leaving visitors to question whether they are uncovering hidden truths or simply diving deeper into a fabricated narrative. Radical Software, unearthing digital relics. Radical Software is a digital relic from the past, a time capsule that preserves the counterculture movements of the 1970s. This online archive provides a glimpse into the early days of media art, activism, and experimental filmmaking. It is a portal to a time when the boundaries of traditional media were being pushed, and the digital age was still in its infancy. Radical Software transports you to the bygone era of computing, The site's design reflects the aesthetics of the 1970s with retro fonts, psychedelic colors, and a DIY spirit. It is a reminder of a time when computers were massive machines, and the internet as we know it today was just a distant dream. The standout feature of the Radical software lies in its collection of vintage magazines and documents. These publications capture the spirit of the counterculture movements of the era, with articles of media theory, guerrilla television, and experimental filmmaking. It is a treasure trove of knowledge for those interested in the intersection of art and technology. The articles and manifestos found on the site advocate for the democratization of media, the power of grassroots activism, and the subversion of mainstream narratives. It is a reminder that the digital revolution has deep roots in social and political movements. The site also features rare interviews and profiles of pioneering media artists and activists from the 1970s. These individuals were at the forefront of exploring the creative possibilities of emerging technologies. Their work laid the foundation for the digital age we now inhabit, making Radical software a crucial archive of digital history. While Radical software is a valuable resource, it also serves as a reminder of how far we have come in the digital age. The clunky interfaces and limited capabilities of early computers are a stark contrast to the sleek devices and advanced software we use today. It is a testament to the rapid evolution of technology. Why.com, the abyss of uncertainty. Why.com is a website shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. It is a digital enigma that challenges visitors to question the very nature of reality. The site's minimalist design and cryptic content create an atmosphere of profound ambiguity, leaving those who venture into its depths in a state of bewilderment. The first impression upon visiting why.com is one of stark minimalism. The site consists of a plain white background with black text that simply repeats the letter Y. It is a stark contrast to the visually rich and information-packed websites we encounter today. This minimalism, however, serves a purpose: to draw visitors into the void of uncertainty. The repetitive use of the letter Y creates a hypnotic and disorienting effect. It is as if you are being pulled into a digital trance, where the boundaries between meaning and randomness blur. The longer you stare at the screen, the more you question the purpose and intention behind this enigmatic website. The lack of clear navigation or content leaves visitors in a state of confusion. There are no explanations, no guides, just a repetition of why. Some have speculated that the site is a form of digital art, an exploration of minimalism in the absence of meaning. Others believe it may hold hidden messages or codes waiting to be deciphered. Why.com has the ability to evoke a sense of existential uncertainty. It challenges the very nature of communication and meaning in the digital age. It raises questions about the purpose of websites and the expectations we bring when navigating the online world. Is it a statement on the absurdity of the internet, or a reflection of the futility of seeking meaning in the digital realm? The site's creator remains anonymous, adding to the mystery surrounding why.com. There are no contact details or explanations, leaving visitors to grapple with the uncertainty it presents. It's as if the site itself is a question mark in the vast expanse of the internet, a reminder that not everyone online can be neatly categorized or understood. Chatting with strangers. Chatting with strangers is like Omegle's edgier, darker sibling, minus the video chatting. With the cloak of anonymity that comes with chatting to strangers, people tend to let loose and engage in all sorts of questionable behavior online. In fact, it got so bad at one point that Omegle had to shut down temporarily, realizing it had become a breeding ground for all manner of online depravity. But hold on to your hats, because chatting with strangers takes that twisted dynamic of Omegle and cranks it up to 11. This isn't your average chat roulette. It is a digital free-for-all where anything and everything goes. We're talking drugs, bizarre sexual encounters, and yes, even discussions of pedophilia. It's all fair game here. And if that wasn't enough to make you do a double take, get this. Some users even claim that chatting with strangers is prime real estate for credit card scams and other shady dealings. It is a veritable Wild West of the internet, where the rulebook has been tossed out the window and chaos reigns supreme. So, if you're thinking about dipping your toes into this digital abyss, proceed with caution. Chatting with strangers isn't for the faint of heart. It is a strange, unsettling corner of the internet where the only rule is that there are no rules. It is a place where the boundaries of decency are pushed to their limits and where the bizarre becomes the norm. But amidst all the chaos and strangeness, there is a grim reminder of the darker side of humanity. Chatting with strangers serves as a stark illustration of just how far people are willing to go when given the cloak of anonymity and the freedom of the digital realm. It is a sobering reflection of the fragility of online safety and the importance of vigilance in navigating the vast expanse of the internet. Red Room. The disturbing world of Red Room is like the stuff of nightmares, but with a digital twist. So imagine if creepypasta websites took a walk on the wild side and stumbled into the darkest depths of the internet. That's where you will find Red Room, lurking in the shadows, ready to send shivers down your spine with its depraved tales and twisted fantasies. But here's where things take a turn for the truly bizarre. Red Room allegedly goes beyond just chilling stories. Oh no, it lets you create your own horror show through digital torture, all for the right price, of course. Yup, you heard that right. You can actually pay to interact with the Red Room in 3 different ways, each more gruesome and immersive than the last. First up, you can be a spectator, just watching as someone, supposedly a live person, is subjected to unspeakable horrors. Then there's the master role, where you get to call the shots and control how this torture unfolds. And finally, there's the Grand Master, where you have free reign to take the torture to whatever twisted depths your imagination desires. But here's the kicker. All these features are hidden behind paid walls that you can only access by coughing up the right amount of Bitcoin. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is Red Room even real? Or is it just an elaborate scam preying on people's darkest fears? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Some say it's nothing more than a digital boogeyman, while others swear it is the stuff of nightmares made real. But one thing's for sure, if there's even a shred of truth to it, you definitely do not want to go poking around in its shadowy corners. And here's what makes it even shadier. All transactions on Red Room are done through Bitcoin, the currency of choice for shady dealings in the digital underworld. It's like the cherry on top of this twisted digital sundae, adding an extra layer of sketchiness to an already unsettling website. So, if you ever stumble upon the whispers of Red Room in the darkest corners of the internet, my advice? Run. Run as fast as you can in the opposite direction, and don't look back. Trust me, you'll sleep a whole lot better at night, knowing you steered clear of that digital horror show. Torum. The shadowy underworld of Torum. It's like stepping into a digital den of hackers and cyber saboteurs, where danger lurks around every corner. Picture this. You enter Torum, and you are greeted with a barrage of posts by alleged hackers, each one offering up a tantalizing tidbits on how to wreak havoc on someone's computer or network. It's like stumbling into a digital black market, where nefarious deeds are the currency of choice. But here's where things get really bizarre. Torum isn't just a platform for sharing tips and tricks on hacking. It is also a marketplace where you can hire your own hacker or get insider information on how to breach someone's network. And get this, to access these features, you need to have at least 10 posts on the website, as if it's some sort of twisted initiation into the world of cybercrime. Now, let's talk about the real kicker. The fact that anyone with enough cash can hire a hacker or buy valuable information on Torum is downright chilling. It's like giving the keys to the kingdom to anyone with a fat wallet and a thirst for digital mayhem. The thought that there are people out there willing to pay top dollar for the tools and knowledge to wreak havoc on the digital landscape is enough to send shivers down your spine. So, if you ever find yourself tempted to venture into the dark recesses of Torum, my advice? Think again. The digital dangers lurking within its virtual walls are enough to keep even the bravest souls up at night. Trust me, you are better off steering clear of this digital minefield and sticking to the safer, more well-lit corners of the internet. Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a website straight out of your darkest nightmares, where you can apparently hire an assassin to take out anyone you please. Yep, you heard that right. It's like something out of a twisted spy novel, except it's all too real. So, picture this. You stumble upon Cthulhu and suddenly find yourself face to face with a group of supposed professionals, former soldiers, mercenaries, and folks with military experience who claim they will off anyone you want for the right price. And get this, they've got a whole menu of assassination services, complete with a price list to boot. Want to take out a public figure? No problem. Private individual? Consider it done. They've even got categories for different types of people, because apparently, no one is off limits in this digital den of darkness. But here's where things get really twisted. You get to pick how you want the assassination to go down. Whether you are in the mood for a subtle accident or you want to make a bold statement, Cthulhu's got you covered. It's like playing a twisted game of choose your own adventure, except the stakes are life and death. Now, let's talk about the cherry on top of this dark and twisted Sunday. The entire transaction is done anonymously. And you guessed it, payments are made using the infamous and untraceable Bitcoin. It's like the perfect storm of anonymity and secrecy, making it nearly impossible to track down who was behind the curtain pulling the strings. But here's the kicker. It is unclear whether Cthulhu is the real deal or just one big scam, since no one in their right mind would admit to using a website like this, even if they got burned in the process. We are left with more questions than answers. So, if you ever find yourself tempted to dip your toes into the murky waters of Cthulhu, my advice? Don't. It is a digital rabbit hole you definitely do not want to go down. Nimp.com. This site is one of those sites that like to surprise its users with disturbing and disgusting content of all kinds. What was more alarming about the website was that it was easy to get in by just searching the URL or clicking a link, but it was hard to leave due to the website's use of browser exploits. These browser exploits make it possible for the website to fill one's screen with depraved content that moved so fast it was hard to close it. The website was also notorious for cloning and multiplying its pages even after you close them. Run the Gauntlet. Run the Gauntlet, a website that's not for the faint of heart. Now, when I say it tests your endurance, I'm not talking about your typical fitness endurance. Oh no, this is a whole different ballgame. Run the Gauntlet is all about testing just how much disturbing content you can stomach without losing your lunch. Here's the deal. The website divides its content into stages, each one more disturbing than the last. And when I say disturbing, I mean it. We're talking gore, shock, and all-around WTF moments that'll make your skin crawl. Once you start, there's no turning back. That's right, no pause button, no skip button, just you and the never-ending stream of disturbing content. It's like being trapped in a digital nightmare with no way out. And let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. Only the bravest, or perhaps the most foolish, dare to delve into the depths of Run the Gauntlet. It is like a twisted game of Russian roulette, where each click takes you one step closer to the edge of your sanity. But here's the most disturbing thing. There is something strangely addictive about it. Despite the sheer weirdness and discomfort, there's a morbid curiosity that keeps you coming back for more. It's like a car crash you cannot look away from, no matter how much you want to. So, if you are feeling brave, or maybe just a little bit reckless, why not take a trip down the rabbit hole and see just how far you can go? Just be warned, once you enter the world of Run the Gauntlet, there is no telling what you might find. LHO HQ. We are about to take a trip down a rabbit hole into the weird and wacky world of LHO HQ, also known as the Laughing Horses Orifice's headquarters. Yeah, you heard that right. It is as bizarre as it sounds. Now, before you get your hopes up, I gotta break it to you. There are no actual laughing horses with orifices on this website. Bit of a letdown, I know, but fear not, because LHOHQ has plenty of other strange offerings to make up for it. First off, we've got content galore. We're talking over 700 pages worth of weirdness. And trust me, it is not your run-of-the-mill stuff. LHOHQ's claim to fame? Well, it's got the contact info of some pretty big names, like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. But here's the catch. Using that info to reach out to any public or political figure can land you in hot water faster than you can say conspiracy theory. Speaking of which, LHOHQ is like a breeding ground for all kinds of wild and wacky conspiracies. We're talking alien sightings, Illuminati secrets, and even tales of government mind control through social engineering. It is like diving headfirst into a digital rabbit hole where nothing is off limits and everything is up for debate. But here's the thing, while it's easy to get swept up in the whirlwind of strange and outlandish ideas, it is important to take everything with a grain of salt. After all, just because it is on the internet doesn't mean it's true. So, if you are feeling brave, or maybe just a little bit curious, why not take a peek behind the curtain of LHOHQ? Just be prepared to encounter some of the strangest, most mind-bending content you have ever laid your eyes on. Mr. Deepfakes. So, what's the deal with this deeply disturbing website, you ask? Well, let me break it down for you. Mr. Deepfakes has one and only one purpose: to take the faces of well-known celebrities and slap them onto the bodies of adult actors and actresses. Yup, you heard that right. Want to see a video of Billie Eilish getting up to some NSFW antics? Well, thanks to Mr. Deepfakes, now you can. And let me tell you, it is as unsettling as it sounds. But here's where things get even weirder. Technically, this whole operation is perfectly legal. That's right, Mr. Deepfakes takes full advantage of a little loophole in standard copyright laws that says you do not actually own the rights to your own face. So, until you decide it's violating your personal rights, there's not much you can do about it. And let's be real, by the time you've gone through all the legal hoops to get that video taken down, the damage has already been done to your reputation, your privacy, you name it. And if that wasn't creepy enough, get this. There are over 100,000 fake videos and images floating around out there, all thanks to Mr. Deepfakes. Sure, it might not technically be illegal, but ethically, let's just say it's about as shady as it gets. So, if you ever find yourself tempted to take a peek behind the curtain of Mr. Deepfakes, my advice, don't. Trust me, you are better off steering clear of this digital minefield and sticking to the safer, more reputable corners of the internet. Instacam.org. This website is basically a gold mine for anyone looking to invade your privacy. Yep, you heard that right. Instacam.org takes the privacy of unsuspecting folks who forgot to slap a password on the security cameras and puts it all out there for the world to see. Now, you'd think a website like this would be illegal, right? I mean, it's basically a one-stop shop for privacy violations. But here's the kicker, it's totally legal. Yep, you read that correctly. The fact that Instacam.org is up and running tells you everything you need to know about the sketchy world we are living in. And get this, Instacam.org wants you to know that they didn't even have to hack into anyone's cameras. Nope, they have got access to hundreds, if not thousands, of security cameras thanks to some mysterious network surveillance magic. How they pull it off? Your guess is as good as mine. But one thing's for sure, it is enough to send shivers down your spine. But wait, there's more. Instacam.org isn't just lurking in the shadows of one city or country. Oh no, it is a global operation with cameras from manufacturers all over the world just waiting to be peeped at. You can search by manufacturers, countries, places, cities, and even time zones. It is like a digital invasion of privacy on a massive scale. However, there is a silver lining to this website. If your camera ends up on this creepy website, you can have it taken down by Instacam. But let's be real, The best way to avoid ending up on this digital nightmare is to slap a password on your security camera pronto. Trust me, you'll sleep a whole lot better knowing your privacy isn't up for grabs on the internet. Cannibal Cafe. This website is a forum where people actually romanticize the idea of cannibalism. Yep, you heard that right, cannibalism. Now, before you start picturing scenes from The Silence of the Lambs, let me set the record straight. This website didn't feature any actual cannibalism. Instead, it was more like a twisted role-playing game where users would ask questions and discuss the ins and outs of cannibalism. But here's where things get really disturbing. These inquiries and answers could take some seriously perverse turns. We're talking about people asking for recipes on how to cook a human being. Yeah, it is as messed up as it sounds. And to make matters worse, the founder of this eerie website, a guy named Pero Loco, had some medical knowledge and would provide detailed answers to these twisted questions. But it didn't stop there. Oh no. Some users even took things to the next level, seeking out willing participants who wanted to be eaten. I know, it sounds like something out of a nightmare. And if you think it couldn't get any worse, think again. There is a case of a guy named Armin Mewis who actually murdered a man who volunteered to be killed and eaten. And get this, Armin was an active participant on this weird website. Now, I'm not saying Pero Loco's website was directly involved in arranging this gnarly meal, but it definitely played some messed up role in the whole situation. So, if you ever stumble upon a website that is even remotely similar to this one, my advice, run. Run as fast as you can in the opposite direction and don't look back. Trust me, you do not want to get tangled up in that. Hidden Answers. Hidden Answers is a place that is like Reddit's evil twin, with even fewer filters. Now, if you thought Reddit was a bit of a free-for-all, just wait until you hear about this place. Hidden Answers basically took the format of old-school Reddit and cranked up the weirdness to 11. Sure, the general layout and features might look familiar, but don't let that fool you. This is a whole different ballgame. We're talking no holds barred, anything goes kind of stuff. So, what exactly goes on in this digital den of depravity? Well, let's just say it is not your average internet forum. Users come here to seek out some seriously dangerous knowledge. We're talking how to make makeshift weapons, where to score hard drugs, and even how to find weapons dealers and hackers. And that's not all. There have even been questions on how to make fake money. Yeah, it is as illegal and sketchy as it sounds. But here's the really messed up part. These requests aren't just brushed aside or ignored. Oh no, they're taken seriously, with users offering up practical steps and advice on how to acquire this illegal knowledge. It is like a digital black market where anything and everything is up for grabs. Now, you might be wondering, where are the safety regulations, the anti-terrorism policies? Well, guess what? Hidden Answers throws all that out the window and lets its users run wild. And let me tell you, it is as disturbing as it is dangerous. So, if you ever find yourself tempted to peek behind the curtain of Hidden Answers, my advice, don't. Trust me, you are better off staying as far away from this digital cesspool as humanly possible. Honeypot websites. Honeypot websites are the usual mix of illegal and disturbing websites you would typically see on the dark web, but more importantly, they are traps set by law enforcement agencies like the FBI and the CIA to catch people who use the dark web to further their dangerous and illegal transactions. Typically, these websites are operated and managed by the law enforcement agency. It could be fake websites, pretending to be a dark web arms dealer to prevent those seeking to acquire illegal arms. The most popular type of honeypots are the ones that pretend to be assassins for hire. This is because an alarming amount of people are looking for the best ways to commit murder anonymously. In fact, there has been a case of a Canadian woman who, unfortunately for her, found one of these honeypot websites pretending to provide hitman services. She wanted some of her family members to meet God early and urgently. She even provided the location and frequently visited spots the family members she wanted dead. She was arrested on charges of attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. There is no doubt about the importance of honeypot websites, and they are technically legal since their purpose is rooted in law. But despite that, honeypot websites are morally and ethically questionable because you are basically stopping crimes by committing them, which sounds redundant if you ask me. Though, that is a debate for another day. Opentopia. Opentopia, a website that'll make you rethink just how safe your privacy really is in the digital age. Now, if you have ever had that sneaking suspicion that someone might be spying on you through your webcam, well, I hate to break it to you, but Opentopia confirms those fears. So, what's the deal with Opentopia? It's basically a peeping Tom's paradise, offering users a glimpse into the lives of unsuspecting individuals through their webcams. Yep, you heard that right. You can literally see what people are up to in real time, all without their consent. It is like something straight out of a dystopian nightmare. Now, if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, I don't know what will. I mean, just think about it. Someone could be watching you right now without you even knowing it. It is enough to make you want to slap a webcam cover on your laptop faster than you can say privacy breach. But here's the really disturbing part. Nobody knows exactly how Opentopia gained access to all these webcams. It is like they've got some kind of digital master key that unlocks the doors to hundreds of personal computers around the world. And that, my friends, is enough to make you want to unplug your webcam and toss it in the trash. So, if you value your privacy, and let's be real, who doesn't? Investing in a good webcam cover is a no-brainer. Trust me, it is a small price to pay for the peace of mind knowing that nobody's watching you when you least expect it. The Document. Documents is a website that is like something straight out of a horror movie. Now, at first glance, it might seem innocent enough, just a place where users can share documents. But oh boy, once you see the content of those documents, you will wish you had never stumbled upon this digital nightmare. You see, the Document isn't your average file sharing site. Nope, it is a breeding ground for some seriously messed up stuff. We're talking advertisements for services that'll make your skin crawl. I'm talking weapons, fake PayPal accounts, and even torture. Yeah, you heard me right. And we're not just talking your run-of-the-mill torture here. We're talking Red Room type sadistic torture that'll make your blood run cold. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. Each document comes with video proof of the trade they are peddling. That's right, folks, even the ones with torture. So, if you have got a strong stomach and a morbid curiosity, you can watch these twisted trades unfold right before your eyes. And trust me, it is not for the faint of heart. Now, you might be wondering who in their right mind would participate in something like this. Well, let me tell you, these users are as shady as they come. They will stop at nothing to get what they want, no matter how twisted or disturbing it may be. So, if you ever stumble upon the Document, my advice? Run. Run as fast as you can in the opposite direction, and don't look back. Trust me, you do not want to be tangled up in this digital nightmare. Pink meth. Alright, strap in, folks, because we're about to delve into the dark and twisted world of pink meth, a revenge website that'll make your skin crawl. Now, revenge websites are already pretty disturbing, but pink meth takes things to a whole new level, especially when you consider it's mostly lurking in the depths of the dark web. So, what's the deal with pink meth? Well, picture this. It is a platform where bitter and disgruntled individuals can anonymously post explicit content and personal information about their ex-partners without their consent. Yep, you heard that right. Phone numbers, addresses, you name it. It is the stuff nightmares are made of. And here's the really messed up part. Pink meth had thousands of users, all eager to get their revenge in the most malicious way possible. But don't worry. It is not all doom and gloom for the victims. The site did have a video removal system in place. The catch? You had to jump through hoops and provide a boatload of personal information before anything concerning you could be taken down from their public page. Yeah, not exactly a walk in the park. But here's where things take a turn for the better, or so we hope. Law enforcement eventually cracked down on pink meth as part of an operation to shut down illegal websites on the dark web. As for who created and managed the website, well, that is still shrouded in mystery. But one thing's for sure, a lot of people breathed a sigh of relief when pink meth bit the dust. So, if you ever stumble upon pink meth in your internet travels, my advice? Run. Run as fast as you can in the opposite direction, and don't look back. Trust me, you do not want to get caught up in the twisted web of revenge and malice that this website has to offer.